I got a call 7 o'clock in the morning the other morning in a total panic. This agent calls me up and she goes, I'm broke. I can't do this. I don't know what to do. I've got $25 in my account and I've got to make something happen. What can I do? What can I do? This is an agent calling me in a total panic because she said she hadn't made a sale in 8 months. This is a sharp hustler woman and she was panicking. Hey, I'm Kathy Byrnes and I'm here with Real Estate Riches, and these are not uncommon situations. And how can we solve it? Well, I'm going to tell you what we did. I'm Kathy Byrnes. So please subscribe below and look for solutions, like there are solutions. Are they immediate? Not necessarily, but we had some good ideas. So here's what I said. First of all, girl, breathe, breathe. She was total panic. I was not even on a level compared to where she was at. So first thing I'm doing, I'm sitting in my car because she caught me coming out of Pilates, and I'm like, girl, you gotta breathe, just breathe. And I said, are you a Christian girl? She goes, yeah, I am. I'm praying all the time. Now, she's divorced about 3 years. She had a horrible situation that she left, and she's got two kids, teens, and she's responsible for them. And she was feeling like this was the only time that she could, let her guard down because the kids weren't around. She couldn't let them know she had only $25 in the account. And she's sharp and she's smart and she knows her territory really well. And I said, okay, what's your thought process here? And she said, well, I could get a bartending job, part-time. And I said, okay, maybe that's exactly what you need to do. And then she goes, no, I can't get a bartending job. It's all college kids around here and they won't be able to do it. And I'd have to work during the day. And there's no drinking during the day. It's not going to work. I go, you see the panic? I said, okay, breathe. She goes, I could sell my dining room table. I said, good, sell your dining room table. Who needs it? If you've never been a scrapper, you don't get this world. But a lot of people are scrappers. Man, when I started in this business, I had $600 to my name. If my daughter hadn't taken me in, I didn't have a place to go. So I get her, and I get the responsibility of those kids. It's one thing to start over in life when you're older and your kids are grown and it's just you. But when you got the kids, man, that's stressful, right? So I said, we're gonna get a hold of this. We're gonna do a few things. One is we're gonna breathe. The other was we prayed together. I said, listen, you are letting fear take over your life. That is number one. Stop letting fear come in. And you can say, well, that's easy to do. Well, if you're a Christian, like we are, you give it to God. Now, do you take it back? Unfortunately, yes, I know I do. But he gets it. So I'm a big, big, big believer in where your foundation is, in your company that you pick, in the life that you live. I honestly don't know how people do it if you don't have God. And we struggle even when we have God. He didn't say I'm going to make it easy. But anyway, this is not a religious thing, but it's kind of the basis of who I am. So anyway, I said, okay, we got to get a grip here. So we prayed together and we just kind of breathed. And I said, you have got to be on purpose about writing down gratitude. What could you be grateful for right now? You got a dining room table to sell. And she said, I could sell my bed and I could sleep on the couch. Great. You got a bed to sell. Great. You don't need it. If you got a couch, you're fine. The point is, if you're a scrapper, you can figure it out. Now, is that the solution? Because what happens when those things are gone, right? You still got to make some money. That's just a Band-Aid, right? So we sat down and we really got a plan of how could she get some additional income coming in. Did she need to get a part-time job? She said, yes, I could clean houses. I said, great. You can clean houses while the kids are at school and you can get your marketing going. I showed her different marketing things that we've got that I talked to her about both here on some past videos of how you can, reach out to different people. At EXP, we've got an incredible tool where we share our listings and act as if they're our own, which is a process that we've got, and it really is powerful. And she's up in the mountains. And I said to her, hey, we market to people in the mountains all the time. We have people in our area that want to move to the mountains. You put your house in our little share it Facebook group and we will promote it. You talk to us about the area. Tell us why your area would be great. Your home is cool. I said, we'll start to get that marketed outside of your little region. Let's do that. You be working on that. We'll be working on this and I'll help leverage this out. And another thing that is important here. So we've talked about your foundation. She is with EXP. For me, that is the strongest foundation of any real estate company to be in. That's my personal opinion. You do you, you figure it out. But the strength of your company is critical. Sometimes she gets overwhelmed with all the stuff that's here. I said that I get that. You got to have a buddy. You got to have somebody that you can reach out to. I'm your buddy, I said to her. You think about that. And it does take reaching out and saying, I need help, right? Those are important things too. Reach out, say I need help, and find somebody that's actually going to help. And I'm that for her, right? So then I said, okay, so you can do the cleaning, you can sell those two things for immediate cash, you can do that on Facebook Marketplace, get it at a price that's going to make it move. Doesn't matter, they're replaceable. You can sit at the counter, you can have a picnic in the living room. It doesn't matter. And if anything, you're teaching your kids, and she's teaching her kids how to get through, how to have an attitude of, I got this, I'm going to figure it out. And with God's help, that's how we feel, that it'll all happen. And you're really teaching your kids, hey, when you get sucker punches in life, here's how you deal with it, right? So then the other thing was, I said, we've got to have, a plan. So we got a plan for her house. We got a plan for what she's going to do to start getting some additional cash. But that's kind of intermediate. That's not the whole fix, right? We really have to have a plan of how to level up her business. So her and I are meeting, we're having a Zoom call, and we're going to start to strategize. What is it that she's not doing right now that could start to get her some business? And a lot of that is reaching out to your local sphere, reaching back to people that you've worked with and saying, I know you're not looking to sell. I said, one thing that we have, I'm in North Carolina, and if you are, I got a guy that I can connect you with. His name is Scott Hastings, and he has a thing called My Home IQ. And so he offers it to us for free. Other lenders, they'll charge $25. I think it's a month to the different people. Not Scott. He takes care of this, and it's AI related. It's AI related. And so it gives a lot more than the potential of what's the value of your home. It talks about, like, what kind of equity do you have in it? It's not exact, of course. Either is the value or the equity. You could have had an equity line in there. But what it did is get people thinking. The beauty of it is, for you, the agent, is there's a back door on there where you can see where all your clients are actually looking at the properties. Somebody may be looking at it a lot, and they may say, I didn't know I had that much equity. I've been wanting to either pull it out for an investment that would help him, and maybe you, because now you go sell them an investment property. But it's about being connected with your clients. So first, you got to breathe. You got to get your foundation solid. Your company's an important piece of that foundation. So that's very critical. And you have to figure out, what are you going to do in the meantime to get going? Because you cannot have fear in your life, because your clients are going to feel it, and they're not going to want to do business with you. You've got to feel confidence that you got this. And that's why it's so important to do personal development, gratitude journals. When I was in a position like her, and I have been, I learned about gratitude journals. And she goes, I don't know what I got to be grateful for. And I said, you got the couch, you got a roof over your head, you got your kids, you got God, you got the bed, that you can sell all those things. You got it. You got the ability to go clean a house, and you don't mind it. Yeah, I would struggle with that. I don't like cleaning my own. That's another story. My point is, a gratitude journal, it makes you start to think, yeah, I got a lot of things to be grateful for. Your health. She's got her health. She's smart as a whip. Boy, and she comes up with ideas right just like that. So she's pulled herself up from actually being in a shelter, living a large life in a shelter, making good real estate money, and then the market changed on her, and she wasn't prepared. A lot of agents got very comfortable during this past few years when the business was really kind of flying through. And that's dangerous, because the market does change. Historically, it will go up, it will go down, it will go up, it will go down. You have to be able to pivot with this market. And that's an important piece too. So anyway, I want you to know that your foundation is important. Gratitude journal. Don't allow yourself to let fear run your life, that gratitude journal will really turn things around. And if you like things like this, if you're looking for help, man, I've got so many videos on how to do your business better, where you can go find leads, things like that. Go check out the whole channel, skim through, come on, subscribe, will you? And I also have one on tech savvy realty solutions that is in the description as well, where you can go check that out. Because you got to level up, you got to stay positive, you got to be creative, and you got to get out there and you just got to do it. This is about tenacity, grit, and attitude. And you can have all that. Otherwise, if you don't think you can do that, then I'm going to tell you something right now. You need to get out of the business. Go find something different, because it isn't going to change here. This is our business, and it can be great. It can be great, and it can be horrible. It could be like her screaming in the phone, I can't do this. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. So you got a choice. Let's make it happy. Let's make it real. Let's pick the right choice for you. So if you like this kind of talk, this kind of direction, then subscribe below and check out these other videos. I really hope to be of service. I'm hoping that I can help you as well. Let's book a strategy call and see if I can help you with your business. Talk soon. Bye.